Welcome to This Explainer. We're here to take those super complex government procedures and, well, turn them into your personal, actionable playbook. Today, we're tackling a massive, often hidden issue that could literally cost you thousands of dollars down the road: fixing wrong earnings on your Social Security record. Imagine facing retirement only to discover your Social Security earnings are misreported. Don't panic, we've got you covered. This scenario is actually way more common than you might think. Whether it's just a silly reporting error by an employer, a name change that somehow wasn't updated, or even a serious case of identity theft, errors happen all the time. But there is a very clear path to fix it, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how, step by step.
To help you out, we've broken this whole bureaucratic maze down into 6 manageable steps: spotting earnings record errors, gathering the right evidence, contacting the SSA, filing a correction request, follow-up and appeals, and finally, preventing future errors.
Let's dive right into step 1, spotting earnings record errors, and why accuracy absolutely matters.
So the Social Security Administration doesn't just, guess your benefit amount, right? They use a very specific mathematical calculation based on your highest 35 years of earnings. It's called your Average Indexed Monthly Earnings, or AIME. Basically, your lifetime earnings completely dictate your AIME. That means any missing wages, even stuff from decades ago, will directly shrink the monthly paycheck that you and your family are going to rely on in retirement, or if you ever need disability or survivor benefits.
Now, when you check your record online, you might find entire missing years where it looks like you didn't work a single day. Or you might spot something the agency calls scrambled earnings. It's exactly what it sounds like, when someone else's income accidentally ends up on your account. It happens. Similar names, an employer miswriting a Social Security number, or identity theft. And look, having someone else's earnings on your record might sound like a weird bonus, but trust me, it's not. It can trigger audits and just massive administrative headaches.
Here is a crucial rule you need to memorize: the statute of limitations. Generally, you only have exactly 3 years, 3 months, and 15 days from the end of the taxable year to correct a wage error on your record. If you miss that hyper-specific window, those records are legally considered final.
But wait, if you've already missed that deadline, don't give up. Under federal regulation, the SSA actually allows several legal exceptions to correct your record anyway. For instance, tax return conformity. If you have a timely filed IRS tax return that proves the real numbers, they can update your SSA records to match it. They can also fix apparent errors, which are just obvious clerical mistakes they made in processing. Or they can add missing wages that an employer simply failed to report correctly, usually proven by your W-2s.
Which brings us to step 2. Gathering the right evidence, or as I like to call it, getting your ammunition.
To actually fix an error, especially if you're past that deadline, the burden of proof is entirely on you. Your original W-2 forms are basically your ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card with the SSA. But if you don't have those, federal tax returns and pay stubs showing your gross earnings are also incredibly strong evidence. You can even use signed statements from your employer or bank statements showing regular payroll deposits. The better your paper trail, the faster this whole thing goes.
All right, step 3, contacting the SSA and making your move.
Once your evidence is ready, it's time to take action. You basically have 3 main avenues here. For a lot of folks, logging into your My Social Security account to request a correction entirely online is the easiest and fastest route. But if you're not eligible to do it online, or your situation is just a bit complicated, you can absolutely call the SSA toll-free at 1-800-772-1213. Or, option 3, you can schedule an appointment to visit your local office. A lot of people prefer this to ensure their paperwork is handed directly to a real person.
Next up, step 4, filing a correction request, which means navigating Form SSA-7008.
So if you end up submitting your dispute by mail or in person, you're going to need Form SSA 7008. This is the Request for Correction of Earnings Record. It is the official key that unlocks the formal investigation process over at the SSA.
When you're filling this out, you've got to be incredibly precise. Provide the exact names and Social Security numbers you used during that specific employment. And pay close attention to Item 6. It explicitly asks to authorize employer contact, basically if the SSA can disclose your name to your employer to investigate the discrepancy. Checking yes is highly recommended so they can do a full investigation. But hey, if you legitimately fear workplace reprisal, you have the absolute right to check no. Finally, you'll need to detail the specific missing wages or self-employment income.
Now, what if you're dealing with those scrambled earnings we talked about earlier, where someone else's income is artificially inflating your record? Well, you'll have to sign what's called a disclaimer of excess earnings.
You sign this under penalty of perjury, legally declaring that those excess earnings do not belong to you, which then allows the SSA to strip them right off your record.
Moving on to Step 5, follow-up and appeals. And the golden rule here? Don't take no for an answer.
After you submit your rock-solid evidence, you might have to wait anywhere from 10 to 90 days. But what happens if they actually deny your correction? Like I said, do not take no for an answer. You have 4 distinct levels of appeal to fight a denial. It starts with a simple local reconsideration using Form SSA-561-U2. If that fails, you can escalate to a hearing before an administrative law judge. Still no luck? Take it to the Appeals Council. And finally, you can go all the way up to filing a lawsuit in a federal court if absolutely necessary. The system gives you multiple chances to prove your case.
But there is a massive catch, and the magic number is 60. You only have 60 days from receiving your denial notice to file that initial request for reconsideration. Technically, it's 65 days if it comes by mail, just to account for shipping. If you miss that window, your appeal rights for that specific decision completely evaporate. So you have to move fast.
Finally, Step 6, preventing future errors and protecting your record.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? Especially with the federal government. The absolute best defense against lost retirement income is to simply set up a My Social Security account online and review your statement every couple of years. Just cross-reference their numbers with your own tax returns. Just keep in mind the current year's earnings usually don't show up in their system until August of the following year. So don't freak out if your most recent wages aren't showing up yet.
I want to leave you with this question. If you don't check your Social Security statement today, how much of your hard-earned retirement could you be quietly losing to a simple clerical error? Your earnings record is literally the foundation of your financial future. Take control of it today, gather your records, and verify your numbers before that statute of limitations runs out.
And please remember, this explainer is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal advice. For specific issues, please consult a professional or contact the Social Security Administration directly. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go check those statements because your future self is definitely banking on it.